What's happening, troops? So WWE 2K23 hasn't even been out for a week yet, and the community creations are absolutely popping off already. Some high caliber stuff so early into the game. 23 I think is going to provide some absolutely top tier community creations, and this is going to be our topic of conversation for today's video. Now, we know video games can take a while to make, it takes a long time, and the hard thing with that process in wrestling is new attires, new hairstyles, Austin Theory growing a beard, Asuka bringing back the face paint. There are so many changes, and then you look at your superstar and you're like, oh, they've not got this attire, oh, I wish they had the beard, I wish they had this. Well, thankfully in 2K we always have the community creations, and like I say, this time in 23 all the creators are just coming in hot. We're going to take a look at some of my favourite picks, we're going to link their Twitters so everybody can find them, we're going to have a look at them in game. We're going to take a wee look at how to set them as Alt Attires so they're just easy access. I'm really hyped for this, especially so early, and like I say there a wee second ago, like not even a week in, and we're getting some absolute high tier content here. So we're going to have a quick look at some stuff that's a personal favourite of mine so far, links to the people that make it, and we're going to dive into it. Take ourselves to online community creations and into downloads. We're going to go to Superstar, but obviously we'll have images, arenas, championships, you name it. There'll be a ton of EW stuff in that, but all we're going to look at today is Superstars, and I've already got a few of my kind of go-to people favoured in already, so we're going to kind of shortcut ourselves straight to them. So as you see at the bottom, show favourite creators, we're going to R3 on that, and then here we go. So like I say, we'll kind of link these people in the description with their Twitters, and we will have the info up on the screen when we are looking at it. But some kind of go-tos in 22 and just going into 23, they're absolutely killing it already. So that's all my favourites. So like I say, is when you find people you like, always favourite them so you can just easily dive in, filter through some of the stuff that's kind of more random creations. But like we were saying, one of my favourites that I've downloaded so far, and I mentioned in the intro part, is Asuka, and how she's got the face paint back, and what's the status. An absolute genius has already got that in with the entrance attire and the mask. Like I say, we'll take a look at kind of some in-game stuff with entrances and stuff in a wee second as well, but absolutely phenomenal on this one. And here's one for iconic cause, an absolute great Bronson Reed. Another thing with wrestling games, you get releases, you get people coming back, you get new superstars showing up, and this is just such a cool way to keep the game fresh, keep it feeling new, because obviously we have a whole year's cycle until we get a new game out. So having all these options is such a really good tool to keep yourself just as up-to-date feeling as possible, because for us wrestling nerds, it's the minute details sometimes that can really trigger us and upset us, and we wish we had attires and all the stuff, and the tools that we have these days to just keep yourselves feeling as up-to-date as possible is just such a great thing. But this Bronson Reed for iconic cause is just chef's kiss, absolutely perfect. So you would just hit your wee download there, get them downloaded. We'll pop in and have a wee look at how to set to Alt Attires for if it's somebody like Asuka or Austin Theory with the beard, or like we can see here at the top with Edge, but it's different attires, and how to just set them as we are back in main menu. We go into Superstar, we go to the Edit Custom Superstar, even if it's an alternate attire that we have downloaded. So here we can see Asuka, go into the Edit. And personal information is already going to be ticked for me, but you are going to, I'll flick it back to no so we can see. So this is the part. Also, good to be top tip, if you download somebody and they do not have a proper real life image, you can download your images separately. If you want to be that finicky with stuff, then you can set the image in here, and then you're going to hit Alt Attire into yes, accept, yes. So that means when we select on Asuka, we're going to get a choice of attires, and she'll now appear as a separate superstar. So as we can see, we're on Asuka. This is just the default and model. When we're selecting her though, here we go, Asuka 23. So like I say, this is where you might like your kind of custom images in there. A lot of the times it does come with one, but occasionally it doesn't. So if you want that, you just search on your image one, put your filters in, type in the superstar's name, and see what one you like.
I'll tell you, nobody makes an entrance quite like Asuka. A grand entrance for a Grand Slam champion. one fall, making her way to the ring from Osaka, Japan. The WWE Universe delivering quite a reaction. Perhaps the most highly anticipated match of the night.
Here's an absolute great one. Old school 97 DX attire, Shawn Michaels. An iconic look for me. So again, just having these different variations and stuff, it's just so fun, and just the detailing, and obviously there's a lot of hidden files in the games, and like these guys can just access these hidden files, they can get these models in, so no doubt we'll see ones like the Mattel action figure Cena and stuff downloadable. It's amazing what these guys and gals can do. Something opposite to retro Shawn, keeping things new, fresh, up to date. Like Damien Priest's Judgment Day on this model was just absolutely superb as well. And again, some of your old school, my favourite Kane attire with the black and red kind of see-through singlet. Absolutely love this variation of Kane. And you get the one arm black and red one with this download as well. And we're sticking with the retro feel on this one. Time to play the game.
The cerebral assassin, ready to engage in warfare.
Loving this Triple H. Loving this one. Again, an iconic look for Hunter on this one. And obviously we get Solo for the first time in 2K. But we've got the black and yellow NXT attire, and obviously now we can get a bit more an accurate Bloodline attire. So like they says earlier on, they just have these tiny details as accurate as possible. It just makes for a wee bit more of a fun experience for me. And it's really cool just having that really, really specific Bloodline attire. Knee pads, brace, just all the wee details. And here we go with this one. For all you TNA fans out there, the TNA inspired Kurt Angle, who was an absolute machine in this phase. Like, love this one. Looks phenomenal. So there we have it. That's a wee quick breakdown. Like I say, remember to hit all these guys up, upvote all the creations, make sure and add them to your favourites, because like I say, once you kind of get this nice collection of creators that you love, just having that shortcut to be able to just filter straight into these people's work is just such a great option. Like I've said a couple of times now, the links to their Twitters and stuff like that are in there. Make sure to go check them out because they're doing incredible stuff. And again, we're a weekend, so the only way is up with some of these creations, you know, like getting Mandy Rose's like model back in there to just such a high standard, and accessing hidden files and stuff. They do God's work. They just do great stuff that just keeps this game as fresh and as cool and as long as possible for us with all the stuff. We're going to have WrestleMania soon. There's going to be some cool attires made out for some people. Seth Rollins, I'm probably looking at you for the WrestleMania attire, probably going to do something wild. So they'll be able to have all these little cool things out of reach with the great work that these guys put in. It's just great. So just make sure and support them as much as you can. That will do it for me, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.